नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बिश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हु क़ौली. The topic for today's conversation is about the question that is asked: why is ideal or purpose of life important? Basically, everyone, all of us, should have an ideal. We should have a purpose of life. If we don't have an ideal, it means we are animals, because animal don't know their own purpose. Animals eat, sleep, fulfill their sexual desires and roam around here, there, raise their kids. Or some animals like birds, they will build nest, for their kids, and then they will lay eggs, and they will later die and become part of the same soil where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them from. And they don't have their own ideal and their own purpose of life. So we, being human being, as the supreme creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the climax of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation, utilize them. Like we put a donkey in a cart, so we use him to work. We put a horse in a cart and we make our carriage and ride on it. We put camel in a cart and we carry goods through it. Same way, we use multiple animals for multiple purposes. In some areas, buffaloes and cows are used for farming purpose. So the cow don't decide that it want to work in a farm. The donkey does not decide that they want to do commercial activity. The horse does not decide that it want to become a Victoria or it want to carry people from one place to another. Or camel does not decide that it will perform commercial activity. It's we, the humans, who decide for them that what they're gonna do. So if we will not have our own ideal or purpose of life, somebody else will decide what will be our ideal and what will be the purpose of our life. So it's better that we, as a human, as a supreme creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we decide that what is our ideal and what is the purpose of our life. Now we go forward, the higher level than this, being an animal, or a reptile. The higher level than this is self, that you worry about your self desires. You working towards pleasing your own self. For example, our desire is to make money for our own self more and more. Our desire is to build nice houses, purchase good luxury cars, establish best businesses, go on nice vacations anywhere. So this is our own self desires. We are not coming out of our own self. So this ideal or this purpose of life, to achieve material things more and more just for our own benefit, it is better than being an animal. We are one level up, but it should not be our ideal or purpose of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created us that we come in this world and then we grow little, we start going school, and then we go to university, and then we start working for somebody or do our own business, and then get married and then give kids, and then those kids grow more, then they get married and they do the same thing, And as we grow a little more old, our own children will get us admitted in old homes, as what we did with them in their childhood. We put them in daycares, so they put us in adult care. You know, we put them in a kindergarten or nurseries or daycare, so we can go on a job and make money. Both parents. Same way in our old age, they put us in a nursing home or in an old house, so we don't bother them, and they will just come visit us sometime if they want, and we just pass our life till the time we die. And then after some time, if the nursing home people cannot take care of us, they will get us an hospice admission. We will be admitted in a hospice, and we will wait for our death. So that is the ideal. Doesn't matter. We are billionaires, we are trillionaires, no matter what. You know, one of the retired president of our country is in a nursing home right now. His wife just passed away in a nursing home. Recently the funeral happened. So so this should be our purpose if we want to become animal, because animal has not even a single purpose for their own self. This one, this is better than an animal level, but it is not that great. So our ideal should not be our own self and our own desires, and it should not be only limited for this temporary world. So the next level, like of ideal more than your own self, is that you care about your nation or you care about your own country. So that is your next ideal, that you have a love for your own country and you love your own nation. So this is a better ideal than the self, that that you have grown more, that okay, I want my country to prosper, or I want my people to prosper. That's the reason I will I will do whatever I can to make my country and my people prosper. In my country, even cat or dog will not die with hunger or thirst. But if it is some other country or some other country's people, I don't care. We will kill them in mass shooting. We will we will we will do whatever with them. We will treat them worse than animals. We will not care. Their children die, their women die, their anybody die. We don't care. We will bombard them top to bottom just for little worldly land or some worldly issue that we think exist. We can resolve these issues by conversations as well, but we don't opt for it. We go out with our gun and kill them. We go out with our planes and bombard them. We don't give them a chance to live on the face of the earth. We sabotage them in a way that they can't even stand next time in front of us. So this is better ideal than being a self, that you love your nation and you love your country and you work towards benefiting your country and your nation. But there is an higher ideal than this, that you work towards humanism, that that we all are humans. 8 billion humans exist on the face of earth today in 2024. So these 8 billion people that exist on the face of earth are our fellow human beings. They're all children of same Adam and Eve. So we should take care of them. We should respect them. We should love them. We should help them in whichever manner we can. They need health, they need education, they need food, they need clothing, they need shelter, they need clean drinking water, they need clean environment. So we should work together to save our fellow human beings. So this is humanism, that you love your fellow human beings. So this is a higher ideal than you love your own nation and your own country, then you love your own self. So this is the much more higher ideal than the other two. But higher than that is ideology. So you choose that, okay, this is the ideology that we will follow. And for example, communism. Communism is an ideology in which we love the people who are needy. We make sure everybody has food. We make sure everybody has education. We make sure everybody has healthcare. And we love the people who are deprived of these things. But we hate other people, the rich people, the people who are industrialists, who are businessmen, who are the entrepreneurs, who are the big organizations, the people who are hated by us are also humans, but we hate them because they deprive the poor people. We think they deprive the poor people from food, from clothing, from shelter. So this is a higher ideology that we are worried about poor people, and we hate rich people, but this is not that successful. As today you see in some countries communism is practiced, and you see how they are failing. The reason behind that, because it is a higher ideal, but it has some problems. And higher than that is the actual ideal. That should be our ideal, and that should be the purpose of our life. That is Almighty God, Almighty Allah, our Creator. He is the one who has created us, and our ideology and our ideal, if you look at it, our ideology was only communism. We want food, clothing, shelter, education for everyone. But the ideal of worshipping God, the orders of God, following the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, regardless what world likes or not, we fulfill the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He is the creator of all of us. And if we run our today's global village according to our ideal Allah, according to our ideal one God, according to our creator, because the creator knows what creation needs. So He provided the whole system to you. He provided the whole mechanism to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the complete political system, the complete social system, the complete economic system, that we all can benefit from it, and we all can live happily here, and nobody will have any complaints, and we will be successful in this world and the world after. So according to me, this should be our ideal. Our ideal should be Allah, and our purpose of life should be our next life, not this life, because this life is just an examination center. And if we will pass this examination with flying colors, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put us in the highest level of paradise. But if we fail this exam, He will put us in eternal hellfire, and then we will have no choice but to suffer and to regret that why we have not chosen the ideal Allah, why we have not chosen to follow the commandments of our one God, and why we keep on refusing from the teachings of the one religion He provided. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون فتعالى الله الملك الحق لا إله إلا هو رب العرش الكريم ومن يدع مع الله إلها آخر لا برهان له به فإنما حسابه عند ربه إنه لا يفلح الكافرون. وقل رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين.
بكت عيني بكت عيني بكت عيني على ذنبي وما لاقيت من كربي، فيا ذلي ويا خجلي إذا ما قال لي ربي أما استحييته تعصيني ولا تخشى.